Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Today we are starting our reproduction series. I'm so excited. If you don't know, I'm actually a vet, more specifically a stud vet. So since I graduated college, I've done almost all reproduction work, thoroughbreds, sport horses, everything. So this is definitely my passion, and as well as being a vet, I also breed horses as well. Only a couple, not like a big breeding program. So this here is Welbeck. If you guys have followed this channel for a while, some things never change. Honestly, I thought motherhood would make her this affectionate, loving horse, but it just hasn't, okay? She's still hardcore Welbeck. She'll never change. Anyway, if you've watched this channel for a while, you'll know Welbeck. I competed her up to 1.35 meters. She was actually my first horse, and she is now, I think, 17 years old. Crazy! She has had 3 foals who are Wiggy, Zephyr, and Seren, and she is currently in foal. Last year, I put her in foal to the stallion Ulrich. He is based in Ireland. He's a young stallion by Emerald. I saw him at the Ballypatrick Open Day and their stallion show, and he was just beautiful. You know, he's a big chestnut horse. He's got a white blaze and 2 white hind legs. So I think there'll be no prizes given for guessing what the foal will look like, hopefully. So, as I said, Welbeck's already had a few foals. She was a competition horse, then she became a broodmare, not for any reason, more that I just went to college. I was really busy. I had Cal and Dally coming through. She actually never got injured. She was never lame, sick, sorry a day in her life. She was just such a superstar horse. So she's now falling asleep in the sun. I love this for her. Welbeck is actually half thoroughbred. She's by the stallion Well Chosen, and her dam is by Cruising. So there's a lot of blood, spicy horse energy in there in that breeding. So I try to use stallions that are a little bit more laid back. So I've used Cicero, which is a big, scopy, slower moving horse with a lot of bone. Bamako, maybe usually like not super hot and blood horses, like she's kind of bringing the blood. And again, Ulrich, hard to know because he only has a few foals on the ground, or 2-year-olds now, I think. So hard to know what he produces, but he himself seems like big, scopy type of horse. So they're the kind of stallions I try to use with her, because she's quick and careful and she's got the heart of gold. She probably is just lacking some scope for the bigger classes. So that's what I try to think about when I choose a stallion for her. So what we're going to do today is we're going to scan her to make sure she is still in foal. She is currently 202 days in foal. So the normal gestation is about 340 days. So she is a while off. She was bred quite late in the year last year. So we're going to have her foal is going to be due in July. So I'm going to bring her in. We're going to scan her now. As I said, I'm a vet, so I will scan her and I'll talk you through what we're seeing on the screen. And yeah, hopefully she's in foal. So this is part of the foal. Those white lines are bone, and the black all around it is the amniotic fluid that foal swims around in. Oh, it's actually moving. That's the foal moving, not my hand moving, which is quite fun. Good girl. So all looks good. So here you can see one black blob, which is inside the uterus, and then this black is the bladder. Just sometimes it can get confusing, but there's the foal in it. It's kicking me. It's a naughty one. So all looks really good with the ultrasound, which is great. There's always the worry that they can lose the pregnancy and you don't know. The last time she was scanned was when she was 30 days in foal to confirm that there was a heartbeat and that there was only 1 pregnancy. So that's a long time ago, you know, it's 170 days ago. So when they're quite small little pregnancies like that, they can lose it and you honestly don't even know. You definitely do have to use your imagination a little bit with the scanning at this point of pregnancy. You know, the fetus is quite small. It's in a big pool, swimming pool of fluid, and it really depends on what orientation to what you can see. Sometimes you can see their spine, their ribs, it's quite clear. In that scan, it was hard to know exactly what we were seeing. definitely maybe like a skull, or there was quite hard bone that I was feeling, and it was really jumping around the place. So I feel like it already, we know it's going to be a bit naughty. Um, but the other thing you can't tell at this point is if there are 1 or 2 pregnancies. So as I said, I scanned her at 14 days and 30 days, and there was only 1 pregnancy. You know, you never want twins in a mare. Hopefully there really isn't, but I wouldn't be able to tell from that scan today, for example. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you guys how she's looking. So she was out all winter on a grassy field, and she was quite good, but just the last month or two she started dropping weight, and you can see, you know, we have a little bit of rib we can start to see. Now I will say with broodmares, when their belly gets quite big, you know, the pregnancy does kind of push their belly outwards and you do see more rib, but still I would like a little bit more covering on her, especially on her top line. So that's why we brought her home here to the yard, so she can get hard fed twice a day, you know, hay on the grass. We can really just keep a closer eye on her and make sure she's getting everything she needs. Now that we're kind of starting to come into her last 3 months of pregnancy, not quite yet, but we're getting there. That's really when it's key for the nutrition side of things to kick in and really support that pregnancy. So yeah, my friend actually came and she gave me a feed plan for all the horses, and including one for Welbeck. So she's going to be on a nice little nutrition plan, and hopefully the next update I show you, she'll be looking a lot better. I'm just not quite happy with how she's looking right now, but we will get on top of it. So excuse the fact that she's so muddy, but this is Our Lady Welbeck. As you can see, just a tiny bit of rib there, but overall not too bad. And then we'll have a little look under here at her bag. So because she's had foals before, they always have she kind of keeps a little bit of a bag, but that is going to fill up loads more before she foals. And then also we look at their vulva, and you can see really wrinkly, really tight. She ain't foaling anytime soon, which is absolutely what we want to see. Good girl. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the little update on Welbeck. I will check back in with you guys in probably a couple of months' time when she's getting closer, and I'll talk about our plan for foaling, etc. And fingers crossed everything goes well. Healthy pregnancy for Welbeck and for her foal that's going to be born. Are you excited, Welbeck, to be a mom again? She is such a good mother. It's mad. Yeah, she's such a good mother. She's so calm. She just folds them out. Touch wood, has always folded them out super easy. So yeah, delighted with her. So I'll keep you guys updated, and I will see you next time. Bye.